Hello guys, how are you? My name is H Shah and welcome back to my channel Hacks in Your Hands. So guys, in this video we will talk about a very special topic called machine learning, which is a buzzword right now. People are talking about machine learning nowadays. People are trying to learn machine learning nowadays. So what is machine learning by the way? So let's talk about machine learning in this video. We will define machine learning. We will see the types of machine learning, and also we will go little bit deeper into the algorithm called linear regression. So we will see how it works and why it's interesting to learn. So let's get into it then. So guys, first see what Google is saying about machine learning definition. So I will just write here machine learning definition, and what Google is saying: the use and development of computer systems that are able to learn and adapt without following explicit instructions by using algorithms and statistical models to analyze and draw inference from uh, patterns in data. So they are saying something about like without explicit instructions, and we have to find patterns and some analysis by using algorithms and statistical models. Still not clear, right? So what we'll do, we'll go to some easier way. I found this beautiful article, which is written on medium.com. The guy who wrote this article named Adam Gitke. I will share this article link in the description. Everyone should read this because he has explained machine learning term and a few basic things very easily. So let's see what he is saying about machine learning definition. So he's saying like machine learning is the idea that are generic algorithms that can tell you something interesting about the set of data without you have to write any custom code specific to the problem. So you don't have to write any specific program for each and every problem. Instead of writing code, you feed data to the generic algorithm and it builds its own logic based on the data. So once you feed data based on the generic algorithm, it will build its own logic on the data. So that is all about machine learning. You feed data, you don't have to program for each and every problem, and based on the algorithm, it will build its own logic according to data. So this is all about machine learning. Let's look at some examples. So he has given some examples like images of handwritten numbers 678 584. So uh, this is handwritten numbers. We humans can identify it very quickly. But what if we want machine to identify this number? So machines have created one algorithms, and based on that, he has identified which number it is. Is it like 1, 3, 4, 6, whatever? The another example is whether that email is spam email or not. So there was a time we were getting emails like you have won this lottery, you have won this particular prize. So those kind of emails we can identify using machine learning. So let's talk about types of machine learning algorithms. There are two types. One is supervised machine learning algorithm and second is unsupervised. So let's talk about supervised machine learning. So just imagine like if you are a real estate broker and you are experienced like for more than 10 years and you have a set of data like what kind of bedroom. I mean, if I give you a query like three bedrooms apartment to this much square feet and located in this neighborhood, then you can easily figure out like what can be its sell price. Okay, so this is what your experience tells to you. Because of your experience, you can tell what can be the sell price. But what if we want to train a machine? Like how machine can tell what could be the sell price uh, of an apartment? So in supervised learning, this is labeled data like bedroom, square feet, neighborhood, and what is our goal is we have to find the sell price. So we will feed some data that is called training data. So in this example, this is the training data, and this is some query. Like if there is a three-bedroom apartment, 2000 square feet, and located in this neighborhood, then what could be the sell price? So based the whatever data we have fed to the machine, he has designed some algorithm, and based on that, it will figure it out this sell price. So this is all about supervised learning. We have labeled data, and machine has figured out one algorithm, and based on that algorithm, machine will provide the output, the expected price. So this is called supervised learning. This is, you knew how much each house sold for. In other words, you knew the answer of the problem, uh, and could work backwards from there to figure out the logic. So in short, the logic is important. How you found out, so like whatever the math you did in the mind, you found out, like if you're an experienced person, then you will tell like, okay, this can be sold in $200K. And same machine is doing. Machine is finding out some logic, and based on that logic, uh, it will find the sell price. This is the same like finding pattern. Like in school times we were given like this kind of problems, like this is some data, and we have to find some relation. So in this case, it's like 2 into 4, 8 minus 5 is 3, 5 into 10, 5 to 10 minus 8 minus equals to 2. So this is the logic behind it. You know the answer, and you are going backward to find the logic uh, between from input to output. So it's all about supervised learning. Now, what about unsupervised learning? We'll take the same example, but there is no column called sell price. You don't know actually. You only know bedroom, square feet, and neighborhood. Now, what machine will do? Machine will find some patterns here. Okay, like if I tell you one example, like uh, this is one 3 bedrooms apartment, this many square feet, and located in uh, this neighborhood. I will take some another example, like this 3 bedrooms apartment and 1500 square feet located in the same neighborhood. So what machine will do? Machine will find out, oh, okay. So if there is a 3 bedroom apartment, there are good chances that it will be located in neighborhood, in this XYZ neighborhood. So it will find some patterns. It will group something. Okay, like if there are big apartments, then big apartments are located in this neighborhood. If it's a small 1 BHK apartment, then it can be located in some other neighborhood. So this is just like segmenting. It's just segmented the data. So here it's also, they are also talking about the same thing which I told, like suburbs prefer 3 bedroom apartments. Knowing about this different kinds of customer could help direct your marketing efforts. So this can be help in marketing, and like you can find out what you can classify. Okay, like this is the rich suburb, this is the average class suburb. Like that, you can classify using the unsupervised learning. There is no goal particularly, but it will just find some patterns in the data. So guys, we will continue with the same example. So there are 3 parameters: bedroom, square feet, and neighborhood. So for example, if it's 3 bedroom, 2000 square feet, and in the XYZ neighborhood, then the price is like around $250K. So based on 3 parameters, we have to find out the price. This is our actual goal. Like this is the test data, like 2 bedroom apartment, 900 900 and located in ABC neighborhood. So how we will find the price? That is what we have to do in something in programming. So we will make a function like I want like 3 parameters: bedrooms, bedrooms, square feet, and area. I mean neighborhood. So what in return we want? Price. So some math we have to do here to get this, get the price based on these 3 parameters. So same thing. I mean, machine learning is also doing the same thing. It is just using these 3 parameters. It is finding some weight. It is finding some ratios of these 3 parameters, and based on that, it's getting our price. So yeah, the main point is price is dependent on three parameters: bedrooms, square feet, and neighborhood. Okay, so we have to just play with this ratio, and based on that you will find out the price. So first I will make one equation like how to find the price. I will find the price like uh, a1 into bedroom plus a2 into square feet plus a3 into area. So we have to just figure out what would be the weight, what will be the value of these three coefficients. So first step, just guess all the values are 1, 1, 1 and 1. So you will find some value. Okay, so same thing in this article he has shown. Like just take an example, step 1, start with the each weight set to 1. So if you put the 1 in the coefficient, then you will get some price. Okay, and that you will put in the training data. Like for this first row, the actual price was $250K, but by putting the value of weight as 1, you got this price. Same for the same for the other values. So you found some difference, right? It's actually not the same. So you found some difference. So uh, then what you will do, the step 3, repeat the step 2 over with each and every possible combination of weights. So we have put 1, 1, 1, then now try with 1, 2, 1, try with 2, 2, 1, like every possible combination. But it's not practically possible to put every possible combination in values, that as humans can't do it. Okay, and you have to find that difference close to 0. So that's where computers come in the picture. Now many mathematicians have found some great ways to find the cost function, whatever we are talking, right? That error. So they have figured out a cost function like, what is your guess minus real answer, find the square, divide by the total number of data of values, and divide by 2. This is actually called as cost function. In some mathematical machine learning math jargon, it would be look like something like this. So what they have done, they have made this graph. They have took two parameters, number of bedrooms and square feet. Based on that, they have found out this graph in 3 dimension. Now what is our goal? We have to find the lowest point. That is actually the lowest value of cost function. So if we find where we want to get is this is the lowest point. Okay, it's called the walking down hill. So based on some mathematics, we have to find out the lowest point of this cost function, and that would be your coefficient. I mean, that would be, for example, that is if that is in around 0.5, then you will put cost coefficient as 0.5 of bedroom. Square feet, if it's coming 1, then you will put 1 in the square feet coefficient. So using calculus and using some mathematical techniques, we have found out the lowest point of cost function, and this is called batch gradient descent. This is the high level summary, and the best way to find is the function called batch gradient descent. So this is how you found out the coefficient values using cost function, and this is the actual answer. It was the 0.8412, and in the square feet it was something like 1231. So based on this, they have found optimal coefficient. I will show you in some graphical way. Let's see if we will just say like if price is only dependent with square feet as of now. Okay, so I will make a graph like price is dependent. Here in the x-axis, I will write like this is square feet, and in the y-axis, I will write like price. Okay, and there are various points are there. For example, this is 50,000. I will write this 50,000. This is 80,000. Okay, and price is something like related to 300k and 100k. I've just made a graph, simple x and y graph. So if square feet is 50,000, then price is around 100k. If price is around 80, I mean square feet is around 80,000, then price is resulted into 300k. So you have made one line, right? Right. If you connect, like there are so many values. Not this is, I mean, we have 500 rows in the data. So you will put something and you will find an optimal line. That line, which is, I mean, if you just calculate the cost function, okay. So even if some point is there, so if you find the distance between the optimal line and that data, you will find the lowest cost function. So if that cost function value is lowest, then you have congratulations, then you have found out the optimal line. So now you can figure out. So if you find some problem like if I get 1 lakh square feet, then what would be the price of the apartment? Then you can simply put the X point here and Y point would be your price, which would be something around 450k. Okay. So like X and Y, this is just for the one value. If it's there are more than one value, then you will go into 3 dimension. You will go into 4 dimensions. So based on that, you will find the predicted value. This is called linear regression algorithm. And it's very useful and popular nowadays to find the prediction. Like if this is the area, then what would be the price? If this is the age and this is the bank balance of that person, if then what would be his loan amount? So something like this kind of prediction values can be found with logistic regression algorithm. So that's all with guys with this video. Hope you have liked. I will try to share more things about machine learning in future videos. So please subscribe my channel and share this video if you find this helpful. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye bye.